What's going on, guys? Moto AK-47. I am here in an open parking lot with the Gixxer 750 that's on the channel. Figured I'd do the 750 for this video. 1100 is back at home in the garage, patiently waiting its turn. But this is how to ride a motorcycle. All right, how to get started. All right, I'll probably be doing some follow-up videos after this video for you guys that are progressing up and up and up on your bikes and learning curve for riding a motorcycle. But first things first, guys, you need your motorcycle license. I got my motorcycle license here in Cleveland, Ohio. $50 fee to take the 3-day course. All right, it's an in-class 1-day course, and then it's a 2-day on-road or on-bike class. And I'm pretty sure they're about 3 to 5 hours, I think. I'm pretty sure. I'm not fully sure on the hours. It's a long time since I've been there and took my test there. But 3-day class, you guys have to get your motorcycle license first. Do not be out here riding a motorcycle trying to learn how to ride without your license. It's all right if you got somebody next to you and you're in a parking lot or something, and they take you on the back and you learn in a parking lot or whatever, or it's in your backyard learning on a dirt bike. But don't get a bike and then go out there on the road and start trying to learn just like that. All right, you're gonna be stalling out and cars honking at you and stuff. And still, with getting your license first and getting your first bike, you'll still have that for your first, I want to say, maybe month if you're just starting out. And if you know how to kind of ride dirt bikes and stuff like that, or know how to ride one already, then you'll be just fine. But don't go out there and do dumb stuff, guys. All right, take it slow. All right, I already knew how to ride, so I was quickly the top guy in my class. I was doing stuff that other people were taking a long time to do. I already knew how to start my bike up, shift through the gears, brake, accelerate, corner, all that stuff. I already knew how to do. But going furthermore, first things first, get your license. All right, here in Ohio, it's $50 class to take the 3-day course, or if you already have a bike or your family member has a bike and they let you go take your test at the DMV. I don't know how much that costs, but I took mine at the course, and that test is put into the course. So all you do, they give you a certificate if you pass the course, and then you take that to the DMV, and then you take your picture and they give you your license. Or if you ever have your driver's license already, they just put your endorsement on the back of your license. But second thing, all right, you'll need a motorcycle. You got to learn on a motorcycle. If you take the course, they'll have one for you. They'll have a helmet for you if you don't have a helmet, and you'll be set there. But if you don't, and you just go take the test at the DMV by yourself, you have to get a motorcycle first, or one of your family members let you use their motorcycle. So after that, all right, you got to be doing some practice before you go take your DMV test. So you got to get your temps, all right, and that should be just your regular computer test at the DMV. So you got to know your laws and stuff like that. So, and that's not that hard. It's just a motorcycle, guys. Don't beat yourself up about it and think it's so hard or anything like that. It's not anything. It's just like your driving test pretty much, but just easier just because it's a motorcycle with only 2 wheels. But what some new people kind of have trouble with is kind of like balancing. They have trouble with their shifting, the clutch. The main thing that people have kind of an issue with is their clutch. It's like how fast and slow they're letting out their clutch, and when their clutch engages with their flywheel on their motorcycle to get going, because you'll basically stall out if you let it out too fast or too slow without any gas. But that's it, guys. You gotta pretty much get your license first, get your bike, practice, then go take your test, or if you take a class, you'll be all set because they'll give you a bike and a helmet. So going furthermore, third thing is check over your bike first. All right, your bike, if you go to the DMV and take your test, all right, You got to have working brake lights, working blinkers, working headlights, at least one. Here in Ohio, got to have at least one headlight working, front blinkers working, got to have brakes, and that's pretty much all that they really look for. But for newbies, make sure you check everything. All right, make sure you got gas in your tank. Make sure you don't have a sticky throttle, because that's a very dangerous thing, having sticky throttle. You'll learn that as you go on. A sticky throttle basically means, I'll show you guys, this bike doesn't have it, because I would fix it if it did, but sticky throttle basically means you pull the throttle all the way down and and you let go. But mine works, so I'm gonna hold it here. But you pull your throttle all the way down and then it just stays there when you let your hand off. But what you want it to do is just what mine does is, or does, I would say does. What it does is pull your throttle back. You want it to spring back to its normal original position. You don't want it to pull it back and then you let your hand off and it stays there. That's what sticky throttle is. But going on further here is check over your entire bike, guys. You newbies especially. Make sure your slack in your chain is good. Make sure your tire pressure and tread is good. Make sure your oil's changed and good. Make sure your clutch lever is good. Brake levers. Make sure your brakes work. All right, too, because that's another thing. When I first got my bike, I had to change out my brakes. All right, because they were actually needed to be changed, and the guy didn't change them like he said he did. But me being me, I went over everything again, and sure enough, found stuff. But it's whatever. I didn't mind it too much. I knew the guy was going through stuff with his mom and things like that, so I just said whatever. It's all right. I got the bike now. I'm doing my maintenance on it, what I do anyway, so it's all right. But check your brakes. Make sure your brakes work. Make sure your clutch works. Make sure your throttle works. Make sure your brakes work. Make sure your brakes work. Make sure your brakes work. All right. Don't learn the hard way and go riding and you can't stop and run into something or another car and you honestly might lose your life or something like that. You don't want that, guys. So check everything. Make sure your headlights work. Make sure your mirrors are in good position. And that's pretty much it for getting the basic first start to get your motorcycle license and get started with riding. All right, so I'm gonna move on here. Probably gonna make this a part video, so I'll end this one here. So again, I'm Moto AK-47. I do moto vlogs, Corvette vlogs, truck vlogs, and lawn content. So make sure you guys subscribe to the channel if you're new. Keep watching these videos. Part 2 is coming up on how to get your bike started and get it moving, guys. So make sure you click on over to part 2. Peace.